about a year and a half ago, they instituted what they call a financial assessment tool. Okay, they were worried about these 10% of loans that were defaulting. They said, we don't want people to get this loan, help them out, and then find out that 2 or 3 years down the road, they're back in trouble again. So FHA said, we're going to start looking at people's credit and their income, and they're looking at their financial stability, because we don't want to just help them temporarily, we want to help them long term. So what we have to do is now we look at, did they not have homeowners insurance? Do they have a problem keeping up their credit? Now, they don't care about credit scores. Like, I don't care if they've got to have at least a 620. It doesn't work that way. What we have to look at is, will they have the ability to maintain their property taxes and homeowners insurance moving forward? So what we do is we look at their income, and we have to make sure that after we get rid of their mortgage and all that stuff, that they still have enough money to keep up the taxes and insurance. If they don't, they have this new thing, I hate the acronym, but it's called a LISA, which is a life expectancy set aside. So let's say this borrower owns their home free and clear, but has had a problem keeping up their taxes and insurance. Out of the proceeds, we would set up an impound account to take care of their taxes and insurance for them. So it helps to take care of that 10% that were at risk of not being able to keep up their taxes and insurance by taking it out of the proceeds and setting up an impound account for them, so that we don't have the problem of them defaulting their taxes and insurance anymore. We take care of it for them. So that was a huge change. It's a little bit more of a pain to do reverse mortgages now because of this financial assessment tool. Now I actually have to get people to give me W-2s and bank statements. In the reverse world, like, that's foreign to us. Like, what do you mean? What do you need this stuff for? In the forward world, they're used to that. They're like, oh, just give me your credit, we'll pull your credit, and we'll look at your income and all. In the reverse world, we're like, I don't even know what these things are. I can't even spell W-2. But so now we're starting to get used to this is how it works. Now, every time that they make the government makes changes to these programs, 2 things inevitably happen every time. And I've been doing this long enough that I'll swear by it. Every time they make a change, it's always safer for the consumer. Every single time. It always gets safer for the seniors. And second, they become harder to do. From my perspective, from the loan officer's perspective. They become more complicated for us to do, which is great for me. Because that means that competitors, there's not a lot of people that do reverse mortgages. You can't just walk in every bank and credit union and everyone offers them, because they're complicated. So it makes it better for me in my business that there's not a lot of competition out there. But the other thing that's really cool about these is that it's a pretty level playing field. If you talk to 10 different reverse mortgage companies, we're all selling the same program. The percentages are the same, the interest rates are the same, the closing costs are the same. Just go to one guy down the street, the other guy, you get 10 different numbers. They're all going to look pretty much the same. It's not like the forward mortgage world where people are trying to cut their rates, they're trying to pad their fees to be able to offset this. It doesn't really work that way with reverses, because these aren't our own programs. This is all FHA's programs. The guidelines are the same. So you talk to everybody and all the numbers are about the same everywhere you go, which is great because it's a nice level playing field. And really the only thing that separates one company from another is their professionalism, their expertise, and who you want to work with, rather than the program itself, which I really like.